Hey y'all, Lawrence here at Peak Design headquarters in San Francisco, California. And today we're gonna talk about backpacks. As of right now, these are the bags that Peak Design makes that can go on your back. And today we're gonna go through each one of them. And maybe we'll find one that's right for you. 8 bags enter, 1 bag leaves. 8 bags enter, 1 bag leaves. 8 bags enter, 1 bag. Now up until this point, the way Peak Design normally talks about bags is by line. What I mean there is we've got our everyday bags, and we talk about those, and we got our travel bags, and we talk about those. Today we're gonna try something radically different. We're going line agnostic, and simply talking about bags that fit on your back. Now it should be said that everyday bags really are great if you're using them for everyday kind of activities, and travel bags really are great if you're traveling with them. But here's what corporate doesn't want you to know. Some of these everyday bags are great when you travel, and a couple of these travel bags are great for everyday carry. What else aren't they telling you? What we have here is all 8 of our bags with backpack straps arranged from smallest to largest. And we're gonna go through them all. I'll be your guide. What makes me worthy of being your guide? Well, we have fun together. And I'm a seasoned commuter, photographer, and traveler. I've been to both the lower and upper peninsula of Michigan. It's cold, it's quiet. Let's rattle off a few things all these bags have in common. They're all carbon neutral. They're all made by a company that is a certified B Corporation and a company that gives 1% of its revenue to environmental nonprofits. They are all made in a fair trade certified facility. They all use a significant amount of recycled plastics in various fabrics in the bag, and that percentage is always going up. They also use Blue Sign certified fabrics. They also use solution dyed fabrics, a dyeing process that uses a lot less power and water. So that's all really cool. And you'll get that across all of them. And for the bags with leather, all of that leather is gold certified by the Leather Working Group. Now come with me and let's go look at all these bags. And remember, don't be confined to the line. You do you. We begin our journey with the everyday backpack zip. 8 bags enter, 1 bag. This one I've got in front of me is 15 liters. And so is this bone version. This one's ash. And then this midnight bag is the everyday backpack zip in 20 liters. So at 15 liters, this is the smallest backpack that we make. The Everyday Backpack Zip is the streamlined version of its slightly famous older sibling, the Everyday Backpack. The biggest difference is that the zip does not have the mag latch that Everyday Backpack is famous for. The Everyday Backpack Zip has an incredible single path zipper that goes around the entire outside of the bag. And that gives you awesome on-body side access if you're trying to get a camera or something out of the bag without taking it off. It gives you great top access if it's on the ground. And you also can lay it out in sort of a full splayed look where you get the whole inside. And we call that full puke. And it's not as gross as it sounds. So why would you get the zip? Well, the zip's a great bag if you want something super subtle in its appearance. I've personally found the 15 to be a pretty great bag to bike with. It's small, it's streamlined, and you can fit some really great essentials in there. Now, like the name implies, the Everyday Backpack Zip is great for everyday carry. The bag's got internal dividers, it's got built-in protection, so if you've got a camera in there, it's protected. All of our bags have laptop compartments. The 15 liter holds up to about a 13-inch laptop. Everything else will go up to 15 or 16 inches. You can look at our help articles to get specific sizing. But let's flip the script. Let's not feel confined by the line. Let's say I was gonna use this everyday bag for traveling. What would it be good for? I like having access to a computer, maybe an iPad, some headphones, a book when I'm on a flight, especially a longer flight. But I also don't want to take up all the room under the seat in front of me. And so this bag is great as a travel companion. Also, when you get where you're going, it's an incredible day bag. You can put some stupid tchotchkes in it, stuff that's overpriced, maybe a t-shirt and magnets, and carry it around. And keep an umbrella or a little rain jacket in there. Wow. Now everything I just said about the 15 liter Everyday Backpack Zip applies to the 20 liter version of the bag. The difference, of course, is the size. What I have found is that unless you are consciously carrying as few things as possible, you're gonna be happier with the 20 liter bag, especially if you're using camera gear and carrying around an extra lens or two. Also, if you're somewhere where the climate is a little cooler or maybe rainy, I find having the bigger version of a bag to be way more comfortable if I have to stuff a jacket or another layer in. All right, let's have lunch. Imperceptible to you, the viewer, between that last bag and now, 4 hours have passed and we went and got lunch, and I spilled a little bit on my shirt. Brendan, if you could zoom in. And in an effort to remain the humble everyman that will lead you on a journey through these bags, I'll keep the shirt on, but please, just bear with me. Just gotta own it. So next on our journey is the Everyday Tote Pack. 8 bags enter, 1 bag. This is a sexy bag. It's got a totally unique shape, a little different than any of our other bags. It has the name Tote Pack because you can carry it like a tote, and it has stashable backpack straps. Now, one thing you should know about this bag right off the bat is that these backpack straps are not as robust as our other bags. All of the other everyday bags use the same straps and harness, and the travel bags have their own set. So I think what that might do is a little bit of self-selection. If you've got super heavy gear, especially photo gear, this probably isn't the bag for long-term wearing, like long periods of time is what I mean. That being said, this bag kicks ass. It's been really good for me if I've got a single camera with a single lens, generally a prime, that I want to be a part of just sort of a daily carry. And if I have a smaller laptop or a tablet even. I think if you're gonna have a jacket, particularly a big one often, you'll find that you're storing it up with the external carry strap, so that's something to keep in mind. Another thing is that this bag doesn't have water bottle storage on the outside, so you'd have to store it on the inside. That might work for you, it might not. Like our other everyday bags, this has internal dividers, our flex fold system, so you can definitely configure those to handle all sorts of different gear. It also has side access with these beautiful zippers, so it can be on body, you can swing it around and get stuff out, and that aforementioned roll top. Easy top access and a little bit of expandability, which is nice. So what if for a moment we flipped the script? We weren't confined by the line. We raised the roof and widened the walls. Let's say we took this everyday bag traveling. Similar to the everyday backpack zip, this is a great companion bag for flying. It's a great carry-on / personal item. You can have everything you need for a flight in here, and if it's in the underseat area in front of you, it's not taking up all your legroom, which is really cool. Something that's nice about this bag compared to the everyday backpack zip is that these top handles are super convenient. There's a lot of moving around when you're at the airport, and I think being able to grab a bag by these top handles and have it just feel and look really natural is really nice. You might not always be able to throw it on your back. It also is a nice companion bag if you have a bigger backpack that you are living out of and you want to carry this one as your personal item, and then maybe when you get to your destination, this will be your daily bag. So it travels well, but it's tough to live out of. All right, well here it is. This is why you're here, the everyday backpack. 8 bags, enter, 1 bag. The everyday backpack comes in 2 sizes. This is 30 liter right in front of me. I got a 20 liter over here. I've found in my personal experience that the bag works exactly as advertised as a photo bag. You can fit a ton of gear in there. The flex fold dividers let you really arrange it exactly how you want. Having the on-body access and the top access means that it's always pretty easy to get at whatever you need. If you're not a photographer, don't worry. I think the reason that people have really gravitated towards this bag, even if they're not photographers, is that a lot of that protection and organization and expandability translates really well to all sorts of people carrying around their stuff. Computers, laptops, just the stuff it takes to sort of go to and from work or run around if you're commuting or you're taking stuff from place to place with the family or whatever. I know people really do some hand wringing and some nail biting and some hair splitting over whether to get the 30 liter version or the 20 liter version. And so maybe I can add a little clarity on that. I've used them both a ton. They're both awesome. I have personally found in my life, the years I was living in San Francisco, I liked the 30 liter more because I always had at least 1 layer on me. And if I was on a bike, I would inevitably get too hot and want to take it off. And I find that having the room to stuff a layer in no matter what else I'm carrying, which often was a full frame camera in addition to a big laptop, was really nice. I've moved back to my native Texas and I use the 20 liter more because the temperature never drops below 100 degrees and I don't need any other layers. And so this size bag is perfect for me now. All right, let's take the script and let's flip it. Let's say we're gonna take the everyday backpack traveling. Now we're getting into an interesting area here. You can really live out of these bags. We're getting into a nice size. For most major airlines, both of these bags are perfectly acceptable as carry-on articles. The 30 liter especially, you can live out of this for a weekend. I've done it, it's totally doable. For everyday carry, I don't really think it necessitates having a wash pouch or a tech pouch, but for traveling, if you've got those things to kind of help you travel and stay organized, by all means, they'll fit in really nicely. Using our packing cubes and our packing tools, you can fit the whole thing out as a travel bag. You don't even need those though, because the internal dividers give you the option of giving some organization into it right out of the box. So if you want to try and live out of one of these, the 30 liter, it's totally feasible. Long weekend, it's got you covered. All right, the travel backpack. 8 bags, enter, 1 bag. This is the 30 liter version. I've also got a midnight blue one right here. And this is the 45 liter version. The 45 liter travel backpack is as close to a classic as we make. It's won a ton of awards and is an office favorite. One of the things we heard a lot from customers though was that they loved the bag but wouldn't mind a slightly smaller version. And so that's where the 30 liter came in. So what makes a travel bag and not an everyday bag? One of the biggest distinctions is that internal organization for things like clothes or camera gear needs to be done with an additionally purchased packing tool. For cameras, we call those our camera cubes, and they're awesome, the best in the business. These, both size bags, can take up to our large size camera cube. That allows you to carry a ton of gear. We also make medium and small size camera cubes. I mentioned the wash pouch and the tech pouch earlier. We actually make the wash pouch in 2 sizes. Those are packing tools, smaller accessories, that complete your kit if you're going to take either of these bags traveling. Another type of packing tool, and actually the one by quantity that we sell the most of, is our packing cubes. And those packing cubes are specifically designed for clothing. If you're traveling, especially with the travel bags, load up on them. Both of these bags, including the 45-liter travel backpack, are carry-on approved. Both of these bags have super wide back access, a big burly zipper that gives you full view into the entire contents of your bag. Additionally, the 45-liter has side access, like some of our everyday bags, and it has a front panel that can come down, has additional subdivided pockets, and can be taken down to look inside the bag. So the 45-liter has a ton of ways to get inside of it. Both of these bags also have super burly straps. Let's take a look at them. So like every backpack up here, the travel backpacks have axial attachments for the straps, and that gives it a little bit of rotation so that it can fit your body the best and give you the most comfort. These travel backpacks have a burly back panel, and it's got some kind of nice dimpled texture to it, and I find it to be, frankly, the most comfortable backpacks we make, in my opinion. I love wearing these. Additionally, the 45-liter has a built-in hip belt. It just pivots out. The 30-liter does not, but we sell a detachable hip belt that you can put on a 30-liter travel backpack or either of our everyday backpacks. I find that for shoots where you have space and time and maybe the personnel around that you could safely set a bag down and go in and out of it as sort of your home base, these are really fantastic bags. Hey Brendan, I think we should probably try flipping the script.
Oh yeah, let's flip that script.
All right, so what if I wanted to use one of these 2 travel bags as an everyday bag? Is it even possible? Yes. It is possible. They're bigger, sure, but sometimes that's what people need. I think the 30-liter in particular is a really great everyday bag if you want to carry it around like that. It's got a really big top pocket where you can just quickly stash things in and out. You'll never worry about if your laptop or tablet is too big. It is such a big carrier for that stuff. And then when you couple it with a small camera cube, for me, I've got a single body and maybe 2 lenses that I'm normally shooting with. I put that at the bottom and that's my camera carry. Granted, a drawback versus those everyday bags is that it doesn't have that built-in flexible divider system. So you'll be left with more of a cavern wherever you're not using a subdividable little packing tool like our camera cubes or our tech pouch. The 45-liter also can be used as an everyday bag. I've done that a bit in the past too. What I do is I compress it down with these snaps and it gives the thing a little more of a streamlined appearance. I found in practice that I wasn't using the side access on the 45-liter bag as much as I thought I would. Generally, I either got the camera out and had it out, or I set the bag down and got the camera when I needed it. I think that if side access, AKA on-body access, getting to your stuff when it's on your body, is a high priority, you'll actually be happiest with the everyday backpack with that mag latch. In my opinion, the 30-liter hits more of a sweet spot if you're looking for something that you can travel with and carry as an everyday bag. If that appeals to you, it's definitely worth checking out. And that leaves us with one more bag. The Travel Duffel Pack 65-liter. 1 bag leaves 8 bags. This is a big bag. It's the biggest bag we make right now. Now we had some fun naming this one. Come along with me, see if you can keep up. It's got some elements like a duffel, hence the part of the name where we said duffel. It's got other elements like a backpack, like those straps. And so we took the last part of backpack, pack, we combined that with duffel to form Duffel Pack. And then we popped the size on the end, 65 liters. The Travel Duffel Pack, 65 liters. That's pretty cool. So it's got a classic duffel kind of shape with those big burly backpack straps and stowable waist belt on the other side. It's expandable. It's like a Zeppelin of a bag. There are also ways using the external carry loops that we don't talk about a ton, but you can like roll it and tighten those things down and kind of pass it off as a smaller bag. When the soft goods team was designing this bag, they were imagining someone living out of a truck, crossing a continent, just taking weeks or weeks on the road and only having this with them. That's where it excels. It's a big volume. This bag, it's a little tougher to flip the script. It's difficult to imagine this as an everyday carry bag in a way that that doesn't look a little bit outrageous. But I think it's a fun challenge. I'd love for you to give it a try. If you're out there, snap some pictures Send them to our customer service department and say, hey, look, I tried it. Like Lawrence said, I'm using this enormous bag for my everyday carry. So try as I might to flip that script with this bag, it's a little tougher. It's tough to imagine this thing as an everyday carry kind of bag. But by all means, if you think you're up for the task, give it a try. So I hear you asking. Through all of space and time, the voice comes to me. It cuts through the noise. Lawrence, if there were a Thunderdome-style battle to the death, where all 8 of these bags entered and only one could emerge on top, which would it be? 8 bags enter, 1 bag leaves. 8 bags enter, 1 bag leaves. The thing is, there isn't a clear champion. They're all pretty great bags. Just kidding, it's the Tote Pack. Ah, you're out. You're not gonna make it. Not you. Oh, out of here. The Tote Pack. No, I'm just kidding. They're all good. As always, if you've got more questions, reach out to info@peakdesign.com. We'll see you out there.